open letter to Hamis Kegasheki Juma Suedi, the United Nations, the General Assembly members, Security Council, and The Hague. The last time I wrote an open letter, it was to President Bush, President Carter, Nancy Pelosi, and other members in May of 2007, after I'd suffered an incapacitating injury. Maybe they and others addressed in the letter are not so busy now. I have been more than patient. My name is Marilyn Holloman, and I have written Oil for Food, the Ambassador's Daughter. What do these men have in common? Mark Foley, Eliot Spitzer, Bill Clinton, Kendall Coffey, Strauss-Kahn, Kofi Annan, and Hamis Suedi. These men continually get redeemed or recycled into bigger and greater positions and profit. They are in part the reasons for Occupy Wall Street, Chicago, Las Vegas, Cincinnati, and other people's movements or phenomena. People are tired of the blatant disregard for families by societal institutions and the men who control access to them and jobs. My mission is international child support for children of diplomats from the United Nations. Along the way, I have learned many lessons. The United Nations has promulgated edicts for child support and family maintenance since 1957, more recently in 2007, and yet it refuses to enforce them or make them accessible for over 50 years. My family is one of those families. After 67 years in existence, it's time to pay up. The Ambassador's Daughter chronicles the United Nations' impact on me, our daughter, and our grandson, Hamis's first family. Diplomats at the United Nations and foreign nationals are granted access to our great academic and financial institutions, privileges denied their own children, and more shamefully, intergenerationally, their grandchildren. We are proud Americans, but for the grace of God and mercy of God, we are being devastated by societal greed. In our case, his firstborn and our grandson, with a diagnosis of severe anxiety, autism, low verbal skills, and other medical diagnoses, speech therapy in earnest, and assistive devices like iPad 2 with communications applications to help him are essential. He needs to be able to tell people when his asthma, ulcer, or other medical problems are hurting him. The cheap solution has been to have him medicated with psychiatric drugs, chemical restraints, to shut him up and to save systems more expensive and appropriate therapies are the millennium panacea. The minds and souls of his grandson and these children, but for the grace of God, are being stolen, just like our GNP. 67 years of tragedy, betrayal, and deprivation here in our country must end. Our own country is complicit in this shame. Rudy Giuliani called them a bunch of bums in his internet article, Deadbeat Diplomats, in 1998. He has stolen our Christmases. His firstborn has had 35 Christmases without her father, her father's acknowledgement, while he accepts every Christmas present extended to him to court his favor. He's not a Christian. UN diplomats need to do all in their power to validate their children and their sense of self by sharing with them their siblings and their heritage. Just as the United Nations Universal Declarations states, all children born in or out of wedlock shall enjoy the same standard of living. They need to know their family's medical and social histories. His daughter has macular degeneration and mild stenosis of 3 heart valves and palpitations since she was a child. Please read Oil for Food, The Ambassador's Daughter, and join us on our blog spot, www.theambassadorsdaughter.blogspot.com. Thank you. Hamis and men like him enjoyed power and access to million-dollar industry and trade agreements in our country that belie the truth that they have not paid financial or emotional support to American women for their children. In this country, student loans cannot be erased, and neither can child support. These women have valid civil suits against these men in power after being subjected to years of emotional, physical, and financial abuse. Where is the Secretary of State? I wrote the Honorable Hillary Clinton, a mom herself. We need your help. Senator Bill Nelson, Madeleine Albright, Mary Robinson, the head of Business and Human Rights Council at the United Nations and the former president of Ireland. Women are being ignored and stonewalled today as they seek legal advisement and are asked for consultant fees of up beyond $1,500, even though the international attorneys know that the most recent 2007 Child Support and Other Forms of Family Maintenance Act states that these women should not be asked for prohibitive fees. It's just another tactic and a barrier to the collection of their money. I am a family nurse practitioner who has suffered the indignity of near eviction 8 times. I bought my first house when I was 25 years old. Please read Oil for Food, The Ambassador's Daughter. Look us up on Facebook. The formal process must be put in place today for the collection of past due and current child support and family maintenance. Recouping Oil for Food assets to the U.S. Treasury and withholding UN fees to pay for these children would be another step to rectifying the national debt and the dignity and security of these families, a step toward true national security. God, clear the path. God bless you. The American people are watching, and they are tired of the duplicity. Give us our money, restore our jobs. In God we trust. We will rebuild America, land that we love. Thank you.